It has been a massive week, especially the 5 days that we spent in hospital. It felt like every time we finally got over a hurdle, we were presented with a new one. This little one is currently 5 hours new. We've just got him back to our room and we're going to get him dressed in his first clothes, and then we're all gonna go to bed and have a sleep until he wakes up. But things are going so well. It has officially been 24 hours with baby boy and it has been a wild ride. I'm especially thankful that getting his tongue-tied release seems to be helping us in our breastfeeding journey. Our first 24 hours was really eventful. We ended up getting Bob's tongue tie released and just working through giving birth and just everything associated with it. Night 2 is notorious for being a night that will break you, and we actually survived it pretty well, like really well, probably the best we've ever survived it. I feel like we are finding a good rhythm as parents. So Michael sleeps when he can throughout the day and I nurse Bob as much as I can, and then at night time he gives me some reprieve. This morning we noticed that baby boy was looking a bit jaundiced. His skin was turning very yellow and opening his eyes looked yellow. So thankfully the midwife on our ward today picked it up really fast. She actually asked me if she could check his levels, and then came back with the pediatrician straight away, and they recommended for us to do some light therapy. They've just done a heel prick to check his actual levels, and then if his levels are greater than they thought, he'll go to NICU, and if they're less than what they had thought, then he can come off this. But he is doing some blue light therapy for now, and we're trying to just get him comforted because he has been on us and particularly nursing all the time. So for him to be alone in the cot, he is not happy. The latest update is that baby boy's levels, now that the blood tests have come back, is he is officially above the line, which means that he needs to have light therapy for 24 hours. So whenever he's not feeding, he needs to be in there, which I'm struggling with just because I really want to bond with him, and he's such a cuddly little bub that being separated distance-wise sucks. But we are trying to count our blessings, and like Michael said, at least he's in the room with us. Come over here so that he doesn't get upset. So the plan is the fact that I need to help flush these bilirubins out of his blood systems by feeding and giving top-ups. So I've just done my first pump, and I've been able to get 10 mils of colostrum out, and I will nurse him again in 50 minutes and then give him that top up, and then we are having to top up with formula, which I know isn't the end of the world, but just unexpected, and processing it. And then we'll wait another 3 hours and do it again. So he'll get a breastfeed plus a top up, and then if I need to do formula, then formula on top. So hopefully, fingers crossed, after tonight my milk should come in and I will be able then to catch letdowns. And if I can catch letdowns, we should stop having to top up with formula. So a bit of a spanner in the works, but he's healthy and he's mostly happy. Yeah.
That's my thumb.
He's like, I don't care.
He's sucking it offside, but at least take his finger. No.
You did it. Well done.
Come on, I want to dribble around the outside.
It's okay.
You smashed it up.
Well done, boys. Good job.
Got there in the end.
Yeah, you did. Welcome to day 3 so far. Kind of recap. It has been a crazy night 3 because baby boy was in his light therapy blanket, and night 3 is already hard because as a breastfeeding mom, you are so tender and sore and you're in that stage of transitioning. So to have to be on a feeding schedule to flush out the belly Reuben and work with the light blanket and therapy and everything was really exhausting. But thankfully, Michael came up with another really solid plan and I was able to get a block of sleep in the middle of the night, which really helped me to regulate myself, get back on track like mentally and physically. And I think we ended night 3 really well and strong. And then we got up to have like a quick 10-minute brekkie and went back to sleep. So we have started today in a better place, and thankfully baby boy's levels have dropped under that line. He's off therapy, he's back in clothes. I don't need to be pumping. We don't have to rigidly be feeding him every 3 hours. We can start focusing back on his feeding cues. And we're just gonna enjoy this because for the last 24 hours we haven't been able to hold him the way we wanted to. So he's had 3 heel pricks today, unfortunately. 2 to get his baseline for his jaundice levels, and then another one for the neonatal screening test. So we're just giving him that top-up bottle to get him super drunk because that was my last catch that I did before I knew that I had to stop. And then hopefully he will get his hearing tested today. Good boy. Oh, and that's all the things. And hopefully his hearing will come back 100% in the clear, and that's pretty much the last of his testing done.
So,
yeah. So here's to a really good end of day 3, and we'll catch in with you tomorrow morning. What's your step? Okay. How good's this for a table? Okay. If we keep the phone on, you'll be able to hear us. Okay. Okay, look through the window. You say hi, Nanny. Look how tiny he is. How good's that? Yeah, we should keep him, hey? I'm glad that this worked out, because if I was in any other room, it wouldn't have worked. So God has a plan. Yeah. You've had the COVID experience of meeting your grandchild through a window. Hey. You got the hiccups.
Genuine, authentic experience.
So I think tomorrow we'll know when we'll come home because we'll have the weight and then the hearing done. This morning when I was feeding baby boy, I got a dull ache in my hip, which escalated to like a 9 out of 10 pain very fast. So the midwives have given me some endo, which has just kicked in, so I'm feeling very relaxed. But my obstetrician came in and said that I just need to rest and keep an eye on it. We don't know if it's something from birth, but that was like 4 days ago. So we're just gonna, take it easy today. For the last 24 hours, we've kept on our feeding routine for baby boy every 3 hours. He unfortunately didn't pass his hearing test yesterday because it timed out. So within the last 24 hours, we've given him a bath to try and help him with his hearing and flush out any post-birth fluid. He'll get that done today. He'll get weighed today. He'll check his bilirubin levels again today. So hopefully the next coming 24 hours will be our final 24 hours in the hospital, and then we'll go home and start life as a family of 6. But I think today's just going to be a slower pace. We are starting day 5. What are we doing? We're going home. The last 24 hours have been rocky as all, and it's kind of been like baby boy's night 2. He was cluster feeding. We needed to make sure that his bilirubin levels were going down. We were panicking about his hearing and his weight, but we've done them all. He's under the line, he's passed his test, and he is putting on significant weight. So the last 24 hours, as hard as it has been, have been worth it because we're going home. Hey babe. Just an update for how the last 24 hours have been. We are home and the kids have met their baby brother, which is really exciting, and it went really well. The one sibling that I was a bit mindful of is obviously Phineas being so young, but even he had such a sweet moment meeting his baby brother for the first time. He is currently cluster feeding, which is quite sore to be honest, and I was fine with it for like the last 6-ish hours because he has been sleepy today, and when we left the hospital they said that he is below the line, but it's something that we should be mindful of, and sleepy babies with jaundice is a bad thing, and so he needs to feed at least every 3 hours. And today baby boy really struggled to actually wake up properly and feed properly, so he's kind of been snacking, and because he's been snacking I'm really sore. So it's been a good day to be home, and it was the right time to come home, being day 5, but I can't believe that tomorrow is the last full day of his first week, and then Thursday he'll be a week old. Like, that is flown by, and I'm glad that I'm documenting little snippets about every day, because every day has been a little bit of a challenge, but at the same time we've had such big milestones happening and so much is happening within this first week, and being the last kid, I just really want to document it and not forget anything. So I will pick up the camera tomorrow morning because we're actually doing something really exciting tomorrow, being his 6th day. this is our first car trip as a family of 6. Daddy, baby boy, the girls in the back, Fitness, and Mummy. We are a full car. How does it feel that you're driving a van full of family?
It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah. Force spawn.
Good times. I'm so tired. So, update on the last 24 hours is the fact that baby boy decided to cluster feed from 4 p.m. yesterday afternoon to 2 o'clock this morning. And I'm exhausted and I'm still worried about his jaundice level. So we're gonna keep an eye on that today and go from there. So, yep. This morning though, we have our newborn photo shoot. So that's where we're going right now.
Yeah. And then, yeah, beautiful. Sit nice and straight.
No, that's going to be in Mira's big girl job.
Him go, okay, to give him a little cuddle. And Mira, you keep your back nice and straight there. Excellent.
That's so
Ready?
good. Good
Ready?
boy.
And then this head is going to come. Amira, I'm going to get you to sit nice and still so that his head doesn't fall. You okay? Are you ready for peekaboos?
Baby boy is officially 1 week old. We have just passed the time that he was born last week, and it has been a massive week, especially the 5 days that we spent in hospital. It felt like every time we finally got over a hurdle, we were presented with a new one, and it was really challenging. And I guess the saving grace is the fact that this is our last time and we really just wanted to enjoy and be present in every moment. Him having jaundice has definitely been a bit of a challenge for us personally. The fact that he was above the line for jaundice was a really big challenge, and I know that there are far worse cases, but for our little family, having him on light therapy and needing to feed him and pump and top up was really stressful. And even when we got released, he was tracking just below the line. So we are making sure that we are checking the color of his skin every day, making sure that he is doing healthy poos where we can visibly see that belly Reuben coming out, and just making sure that he's hydrated enough to just flush it out of his system. Oh, baby. I'm definitely going to sit down and film a video about mental health and how I as a mom have gone during this past week, because this video is strictly about baby boy and just how he has coped and adapt with being out of the womb. I think as a mom it is a very different story, so I will sit down and film that video probably tomorrow. But overall, I think he's doing really well. In the last 24 hours, things have settled down again, which is lovely. For some reason, usually nights 2 and 3 are particularly hard, but I think because he was on the billy bed and we were doing top-ups and having to treat the jaundice, I think it kind of delayed his cluster feeding nights, which was, yeah, nights 5 and 6. It was the time that we came back from hospital. So I have extreme sleep deprivation. However, last night, like night 6 going into day 7, he actually gave us some solid blocks of sleep. We have discovered that baby boy loves to be wrapped nice and tightly, and he loves a good rock. We're really excited to be home and to try and figure out what life looks like as a family of 6. But if you've enjoyed the realities of newborn life, that first week of being outside the womb, then please give this video a big thumbs up because it really does support our channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell to get notified every Monday and Thursday, because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rule book, we only have each other. And I'll see you in our next upload. Bye.